Welcome to Love
Life
and Lessons Podcast. We're so excited. It's our first episode.
took some time.
It did. It took some time, but we finally made it here. That's all that matters.
It is.
So we're going to get into a few things. We're going to get into a few questions. Y'all can get to know us better. We can get to know y'all better. I didn't even say y'all, but you know it's a Southern thing. I'm a Southern girl.
Right?
I am. The peach at heart.
Georgia.
Yes. So my name is Brittany, and I'm going to be one of your hosts.
And I'm Zeke. Yeah, the host.
Yes, full of life and love.
And lots of lessons.
A whole bunch of lessons, y'all. Yes. So we're going to get into a few questions, y'all. And eventually, what I want everyone to be able to do is call in or join us on live and be able to just tell us. Like, it's free therapy, girl. I know y'all going through something. Everybody going through something. So if there's any way we can help, feel free to join.
Take your problems to everybody.
You can't say your problems to everybody, but you know what you can tell us. But we can tell them.
You got what to.
I don't have no friends now. So anyway, we'll get into some questions and go from there.
Okay. So the first one, most likely to get drunk at pre-drinks between us, it's pretty much you.
Girl.
You're lightweight.
Girl. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get drunk first because I am not a drinker. I don't know what's wrong with my bloodstream or my liver, kidneys, whatever, but I cannot handle liquor. I've never been a drinker though. I've tried to be, but never successfully have I ever been a drinker, and it really go the way it was supposed to go.
Oh, well, how is it supposed to go when you're drinking?
Smooth. Not the way it ends for me sometimes.
No, drinking doesn't go smooth all the time.
Okay, so second question. Most likely to sleep with their ex.
That would be Jerry.
That would definitely be you.
All right.
It would be. What ex have I ever double back with? Don't.
Oh, okay.
There's only one.
But it doesn't matter if you did it. But you're trying to put it on me. I haven't.
Because that was a long time. All right, so let me tell you something. I was in a long-term relationship from the time it don't matter when it started. But I was in a long-term relationship. So sometimes when you are with someone for so long.
You think it's okay to do it?
I mean, if it's somebody that you feel comfortable with, there's nothing wrong with spinning the block a couple times. If you spin until you're tired of being in that corner. And when you're tired of being in that corner, guess what?
So you're trying to do Ashanti and Nelly. What you're trying to do?
If it ends beautifully, then hey. If it ends beautifully, then,
Will it end beautifully? I don't think so.
No, I think I moved on. At this point in my life, I feel like I moved on. So that was my lesson. My lesson is don't spin the block with the wrong one. If you're going to spin, make sure you go back to the one that got away. Don't.
That's true. I can agree with that.
Yeah. Go back to the one that got away.
Or just could have been in two different places in life. And you wasn't ready to be, serious. And then you can just...
Could be. I just, I don't know. That was a weird situation, but it was one of my nice. Still to this day, I've only been in love. I've only been in love once.
Once?
I've only been in love one time.
Twice.
In love. Woohoo!
Twice.
You've been in love twice?
Twice.
The second one don't count. Okay, next question. Most likely to be a no-show at the altar on their wedding day.
You, definitely.
Absolutely.
Did you say you was getting married this year?
I am getting married this year. I'm getting married this year. I low-key have a commitment.
To yourself to be married this year?
I have a commitment. I had a problem in the past with commitment.
Okay.
You know what made me overcome?
What?
Becoming a mom.
Okay.
It helped me overcome my commitment issues. So now I feel like, I'm ready to get married. I'm ready. I am.
Most likely to get killed first if they're in a horror movie? Definitely you. Because, baby, you want to see what's going on.
I'm nosy.
That's your problem.
I am nosy.
You got to go.
That's true. But you won't be the first one to trip and fall.
Okay. Do you remember, speaking of tripping fall, when we was in high school and you fell going through that door?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But because I should have been someone's classroom.
Right.
That's why I was in a hallway playing with you and Word.
Yeah, and
That's
fail.
horrible.
So
All right. Most likely to have the most kids.
You got excited.
What happened to the kids that you were supposed to adopt?
Nah.
Yo, let me tell you something. When I got pregnant, Zeke told me I'm gonna go and adopt 2 kids.
I didn't take
I want a boy and girl yesterday.
not at one
After
time.
he saw the struggle of parenthood, baby.
It wasn't really a struggle. I just think you didn't have the support of, you know, but that's neither here nor there.
It is very much here and there. It's very much here and
the
there.
support that you really needed. That's it, but you know, I was here for you.
You will definitely hear from me. Yeah, we're gonna get into that later because, baby,
That was a lie.
never again.
Mhm.
I've learned. I don't understand, and no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. But one thing I do not understand is people that have a lot of kids by a lot of different people.
It's like 2 or 3 different baby daddies.
Two is understandable because if you don't get it right the first time, hey, try again. When you start getting the 4 and 5 and 6,
You're trying too much.
all right, next question.
We got 2 more questions, y'all. Then we'll get into some serious topics.
Okay.
Most likely to have more phone numbers in their contacts.
You.
That's probably you.
No. You.
It's definitely not me.
Zeke has a lot of friends.
Okay, here we go.
A lot.
Jealous.
I am. Because he's my only friend. And I am jealous. I am not afraid to admit I am very possessive.
But we have been friends for over a decade.
It doesn't matter. I still feel like it's too much going on. It's too much newness in the picture. I don't like it.
As soon as I put, she be like, what is this? Yada yada.
Who is
Don't
it?
be all that.
What's going on? Where y'all at? 'Cause
For
wait
the
a minute.
most important question that you likely skip.
What?
Most likely to make a sex tape.
Ugh.
Definitely you.
Hell no.
She's a top.
Shut up. I'm a mother. I don't have time.
Before motherhood.
Before I'm very introverted. I would never. That would definitely be you.
That's different.
That's definitely you.
Should we go back?
What? go back tonight. What are you talking about? All right.
Should we rewind?
So let's get into some other questions. That'll be at the intro out of the way, as y'all can see.
What was the problem? Her. I'm on the same one in the group.
Negative.
She's more of the wild card.
Okay. So question number 1 for our lessons section.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest mistake and what did you learn?
My biggest mistake is thinking that people will be like me as far as giving, being supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature.
Are you talking about in a relationship or just friends in general?
No, just in general. Because a lot of times, what I will offer, somebody else may not do.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I just had to realize that it's never going to be the same.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your biggest lesson learned in a relationship?
To let people be who they are.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. You can't change somebody.
You can. And I wouldn't even want to try.
It just depends
Mm-mm.
on the
Basically.
situation.
Mm-mm.
What's your biggest mistake? I gotta think about it.
My biggest mistake is ignoring red flags.
How often do you ignore them?
Too long. Literally. And you learn, let me tell you, what I've learned about ignoring red flag is what the things that you ignore, it always comes back. Like it's not always be a problem. But really back then when I first started noticing them, I didn't care because I wasn't committed. So if you feel like you can just get up and leave and you don't have to deal with this person no more or be a part of their shenanigans or what you got going on, that's one thing. But baby, when you get stuck with this person,
Do you feel like those red flags from that first situation follow you throughout your adulthood?
which one?
Like any of them?
Which first situation?
I'm just saying, like, when you first started noticing that you don't pay attention to the red flags, do you think that has been a constant thing? From that point of view, noticing to now.
It has been a constant thing. Cause I didn't care. I was such a free spirit before, like life started lifing. I was such a free spirit. I used to love just
being outside, being grown.
Dating. I used to just like to date. And that was my problem. But now that I'm older, I know what to look for.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I do know what to look for. But you know what's even better is learning that, you ignored it. Learning your problem.
Learning that
you and acknowledging it. You ignored something and now you're just like, okay.
I know I can do.
There's nothing I can do about it.
But you still probably go back and do it.
I will never get back. I don't even know if I should on an ex. I will never get back to my last situation. No.
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking in general. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
Would you go back to your ex? If the stars align, probably.
If the stars align.
If the stars align, if y'all were at the same place at the same time, y'all's life would
different places than what we were when we started.
Right. You would go back.
Yeah. You do want to.
No.
Anyway.
No, we would. No.
Yes, you would.
I would not.
Yes, you would, because you are making arrangements now as if.
That's for different reasons.
But that's a totally different topic.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
So if you could go back and tell your younger self and give them one piece of advice, what would it be?
If I can go back to my younger self, I would have higher standards. I wouldn't even tell myself.
Relationship.
In general, just in life, period. I would just have higher standards. I would have more love and admiration and respect for myself, because growing up, I didn't know what that really was. You know what I mean?
You didn't have a lot of love for yourself?
I didn't know what love. I just knew I was me, and whenever I came, was gonna take it. But I didn't know what love was. I didn't even realize that until I was probably like in my mid-20s.
That's not bad.
Yeah, my mid-20s. When I was about 24, 25, like it's a light bulb goes off in your head. For some females around 24, and you just become a different type of woman. It's fun being out, doing things, dating, talking to people, but I think when you start growing and learning who you are, then it's like a light bulb goes off.
I can agree with that. I feel like watching my parents is the reason why I work the way I do. Because my mama always worked multiple jobs. My dad did the same. And I think the reason that I'm able to build relationships with people is because my dad is like a free spirited person. He'll talk to anybody. He can be asking you about the sky and why it's red.
It's crazy though that you become this person, because you wasn't like that in high school.
Yes, I was.
Maybe you were. Well, I only knew you for 1 year. There.
Right, because we got out of there. Hey.
That's so funny, but I didn't know you were people person because you're very standoffish.
At first, because I'm trying to, when I walk into the room, I'm trying to, get the vibe. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to vibes more. And if I feel like your vibe ain't right, then you expect it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When Z first met me, he did not like
me. She be hating on me, y'all.
No, Z been hating on me since 2005, y'all. That's 20 years. 20 years. 2005. He been hating on me since 2005. Crazy. Baby, let me tell you how we first met. We was going up a stairwell at Rose High. Shout out to Samantha. And baby, when I tell you, he mugged me like I stole his man. Like, if a look to kill, I would be done. Stick a fork in it. But long story short, I don't know how we became friends, because we had a mutual friend.
Oh, yeah.
We had a mutual friend, and I think she was the one that just helped bring everything together. And I don't know. I really think that we go way back, though. Me and Z have a long, long, long history. So we just let y'all know.
Her man just to be calling me. Can you talk to me? What you did today?
Yep.
Nobody's trying to.
I know they can't.
That's crazy word.
All right.
That's very crazy word.
What?
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
What are you most passionate about?
My faith. My relationship with God, I'm most passionate about my child and making sure that he has everything he ever wants and needs in life. Yeah, right now, crybaby. And I'm passionate about my family, my friends, my career. I'm passionate about a lot of things, you know. So, what are you grateful for in your life other than me?
I'm grateful for, of course, my family because I'm very family oriented, and then the friendships that I have built, like they're there for a reason, and like a lot of times, like no, not a season. I think the season one's already gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are your seasonals?
Like I think
names, but
no, it's not really names. I think like okay, so I was living in North Carolina for like over 12 years, and I feel like sometimes when you move from places, you still can keep the contact with certain people, right? Mm-hmm. And then sometimes you just outgrow certain friendships because you see that some people are not like doing what they should be doing, or
so you leave them in the dust when they're not.
It's not. No, I'm not saying leave them in the dust. What I'm saying is you can help somebody that wants to be helped, but if after you have tried multiple times, then you just have to let them be who they are. And if that's where they want to stay, you have to allow them to stay. And it's not just friends, it's even family. Mm-hmm. Because there's been times when I have been helping out family members move them to where I am and try to get them situated. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they may not be ready. So you have to accept that. And I think that's my biggest issue. Like, I'm trying to always help instead of letting people just be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I do that. But, it's just me.
Okay, so what's something that makes you feel like alive? Like you just fit well all this.
When I'm outside. No, when I'm able to actually have a good time with friends, family, just enjoy myself, traveling, just living life.
Okay.
What about you?
What makes you feel alive is meeting a goal. Meeting a goal, like meeting and doing something like success makes me feel alive. I love being alive, and I thank God, and I'm grateful for life, period.
Okay.
But when I feel like my best self is when I'm working on a project, something that I've been wanting to do, something I've been wanting to accomplish, something I've been wanting to get done. That's when I feel like, great, yes.
I mean, accomplishments are always good. I feel like once you accomplish those things, you have to enjoy like life after. Because I'm the type of person, me, I put myself in work 24/7.
But you can't do that.
Correct. So when I do have my free
time, when do you have time for you?
I have time for me. You don't think I do?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
You work a lot.
I do. But I work a lot because I feel like
you play a lot.
Not only do I play a lot, but because of where I have gotten myself to at this point at 36, I feel like I need to make sure that I'm staying up to survive because it's a lot of stuff happening.
It's a lot of stuff happening. It's a lot. I mean, a lot going on.
Yeah,
deal with the economy. This is the world, period. It's just a mess, I'm just trying to figure out, maybe not you, but me. At least, you don't have another house to feed. Other than
I do. There too. Hey, two different.
You can write out your dogs in your taxes.
I know. I just found it out. You got a whole baby. You know how them taxes gonna flow.
But if I do taxes, y'all can look out. You know what I mean?
Please don't call.
Call me. Please. All right. So, what would be your ideal date night?
My ideal date night?
Yes. What would you like from start to finish? Mm-hmm. What would be your ideal date night?
Somewhere that's quiet so we can have a great conversation. Because you gotta be able to, why would I want to be somewhere all rowdy, we in the club, and you talk to me and you like, I don't want to do that. I need to be somewhere quiet where we can hear the conversation, I can understand, get a great vibe and all that, and then we can go do something.
Y'all should have talked before today. Because I want to be out.
That's your problem.
Having a good time.
That's your problem.
Hands up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Like a roller coaster.
Legs to the moon, Michael Shoes.
No. No.
Yeah,
no.
I'd rather be somewhere quiet for a first date.
Why?
Because I want to see how you act when we're out in public, having that car. Can you hold a conversation? Mm-hmm. There's no distractions around, like all that.
Okay.
You just want to be at a club twerking.
I don't mind till date night because I'm a very fun and like I love to be feeling like I want to feel invigorated. You know what I mean?
You want to be
I want to be invigorated. I just want to feel like
girl.
I'm not. I'm actually retired, but I
but you want to be outside on your first date.
I do, absolutely. But I want to do something fun. I love water. I like being in the water. So my first date, I could. That's the only thing I feel like Atlanta is missing is a body of water, whether it be ocean, anything. Not no funky lake. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But my ideal date night. Ooh.
What is your ideal date night?
Food. Some food. It's gonna be good before I gotta eat. And what else do I want to do? Like, I don't know, something fun. We can go bowling.
Of course, something fun, but I feel like bowling is a go-to thing that everybody does.
Because it's fun, it's competitive, and I'm very.
It is, but we can do something else.
Like what?
Let's
do it.
Let's do like go-kart racing.
That's fun too.
You know, ATV.
You want to feel invigorated. Am I using the right word? You just want to feel like you ain't that rush. Yes, yes. But you know what's crazy is I have not been on a date.
What do you call it all the time?
I don't know. I can't remember last time I've been like on a date.
Like somebody taking you out and you know.
Yeah, like he come and pick you up or send a car. Y'all meet up. I just don't have the time anymore.
But you asking me how do I have time for myself? When are you gonna have time for yourself?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make time for sure.
You should.
So let's talk about love and intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Discuss the different aspects of love and intimacy in relationships, including physical, emotional, and intellectual.
I love love. I love this relationship. You on the other hand, I don't think you like being in a relationship.
I don't.
See?
I don't.
But you want.
And it's not that I don't like being in relationships. I don't like somebody being clingy.
Well, they don't necessarily have to be clingy.
But most of the time, what I'm learning is men are clingier than women.
No.
So,
it's probably one. Like, you have a type, though.
I don't know. Maybe I just got like a nurturing spirit on them. Because I can't. It's just, someone is always around me. Something is always going on. I can't ever find time for myself.
You can't breathe.
I can't breathe. Yes.
You're trying to come up with air.
Oh my gosh. And it's like the sometimes I just sit in my car.
And cry?
No, I don't cry. I just sit in my car just to get some time to myself.
Like a breather? Mm-hmm. Fresh air?
Fresh air, breather, whatever you want to call it. Like when I get to work, when I leave work, when I get home, I just have to take a good 15, 20 minutes just to sit there and do nothing and talk to no one.
That's not right. You have to kind of, be compassionate with the day.
For sure.
Especially with your job.
I know. It's hard.
I used to feel like that with HR. Like, people have issues sometimes.
Okay, so the different aspects of intimacy in relationships. Let me tell you something. I'm not like to get pounded all the time. No, please no. I'm not that girl. I don't want to always be.
So you're a pillow princess, is what you're saying?
I'm not none of that. Yeah, I'm a pillow princess because I want to go to bed. But I want to always be pounded and jumped on, and that's what I'm learning is men are hormones. That's why I don't like relationships, because I don't like to feel obligated to always have somebody around me that just wants to jump on me. I like my.
First of all, jump on me and pound me is crazy.
I'm just being honest. I hate it. I just hate it. I want to do it when I want to. And if it don't matter whenever I say whatever. I don't like being pounded. I don't want to be jumped on. I don't want to.
You just want to lay down.
I just want to relax. Sometimes I just want to relax. I just want to eat, sleep, watch a good show, maybe work on my computer. But I don't want to always be touched and felt on.
I like to be touched.
There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that.
Would you live with your partner?
I would, in a nice big house where you can have your section and I can have my section. I don't want us to be on top of each other. Like, no.
What do you call being on top of each other?
Like, we're both in the same place.
You don't want a small spot.
No,
Basically.
I can't live with somebody like in an apartment. No, it's only one common area, it's one living room. It's
You just
no.
want your me time away from it. I get it. I mean, sometimes it is like that.
Me time is very important. I just gotta understand.
Yeah, you gotta get your little bit.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Oh, dude.
What's holding you back
From what?
from finding your person? You're outside. You're relatable. You're dateable.
Well, no, I found out.
Let's put these few cards down because you about to get to the nitty-gritty.
But
I don't know about all of these Chat GPT questions, but what I do know is I got some questions for Mr. Young, and that consists of y'all don't understand. My friend is such a good person, right? And I want him to find his.
She want me to find somebody so I can be in the house. I ain't trying to be in
No,
the
he can be in
house.
the house.
Hey.
He's not really an outside person. He is very much a monogamous girl. He wants to be my man, me and my man.
You
Go,
be in the
my
house.
man go.
I'll be outside.
I'm in the house because I have to be. No, I don't want to be.
Why
What
am
do you
outside?
mean?
Yes, I want to be.
What do you know?
Certain days I want a relationship, but certain days I don't.
Okay, that's fair. Same here. So, what's holding you back?
I don't know.
Is it the people that you meet, the type of people that you meet?
The type of people I meet?
The type of people. Because I know Atlanta is like a utopia for the LGBT community. It's a utopia. It's not the same for us hetero girls.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. It's too much commotion out here for me.
I think I just have too much going on, actually, to be like in a serious situation. I'm being dead ass. I do.
So, have you been dating?
What is your definition of dating?
What? Have you been dating? When's the last time you've been on a date?
The last time?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like a month ago, and I left the date.
You left the date
I did.
during the date?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, just what?
Why? The vibes was a vibe?
It wasn't necessarily about. I'm the type of person. If you need a meal, just say you need a meal. But don't try to tell me that you want to take me somewhere, and then when the waiter comes and start, inquiring about certain stuff, you start patting around like you ain't got your wallets. That's it.
That was recently?
Yeah,
It's a cold world.
it is. Sometimes I would have been more understanding if you would have just said, you were hungry.
I just came out to the other day.
Right. That's fine.
Crazy. So, have you been on any dates that you could see something with?
No.
Oh, that's right.
What about you?
Mm.
Pretty much no, because you already said you ain't been on a date.
I haven't been on that real date, but you know what? I don't get out enough to meet people.
So what do you think people have?
I don't know. They just happen to fall in my lap. Sometimes people that I'm known for years. Right. I haven't dated. Like, I have not. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just coming out. I'm just coming out.
What?
I'm just coming out of a really, really crazy, traumatic situation.
I can agree with that.
So I haven't wanted today. I'm scared. Honestly, I'm scared.
My thing is finding somebody who's at the level that you are at.
That's the easy part.
No,
like financially or like in lifestyle.
Not even financially. I just think being where you are, like I'm okay with somebody still trying to figure out certain things to an extent. Like you gotta have the bulk of your stuff like together.
Out here, it's just
you got scammers and everything.
You do. You have so much. Everybody.
And everybody trying to put up a front.
It's that, and then some men they want women as a front. They want women. I've been a beard.
You have?
I have. Knowingly and unknowingly. I have been a beard, and it's nothing wrong with that. But
when did you find out she was a beard?
I grew off top.
And you stayed with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I did.
Why?
Because why not?
Why would you?
Why not?
No.
It was worth it.
What did you gain from it?
Experience.
Now, you
Experience
see
is
who
the
is the
teacher.
problem with
I
this.
can't ever be the problem. I'm just being honest. I don't mind being that. Let me say something. I'm not a traditional, cook, clean, gender roles type woman. No, that's boring. That's the problem. That's what leads to divorce. Y'all are bored. Everyone's bored. That's the problem.
I
So,
don't think that's so bored. I
They're
think
bored.
they're just accustomed to what they're used to.
bored. You get accustomed to what you're used to, and you
It's
get
not
in a
boring.
routine.
And that's maybe what they like. Something like that.
Some people like it. I mean, hey,
Some people thrive on having a routine daily. A daily routine. You have a daily routine now.
I have a routine, yeah.
Okay.
So what's wrong with that? It's nothing wrong with
You
having a
tell
routine.
you tell me
I'm
what's
just
wrong
saying,
with it.
that was a part of the problem in why I did not want to be married. Because I felt like eventually I'm going to get bored. And that's why I cheat.
Eventually. Whoa.
That's why I cheat.
You do.
I have.
That's going to be a topic for the next.
Yeah, women who cheat.
Women who cheat. Episode 2. Women who cheat. I agree.
Women who cheat. But
So
it's nothing
you got
wrong
it
with
written
that.
down.
There's nothing wrong with it, girls. If you out there, keep you something on the side. You know what? Keep you know how to act. Keep something on the
So you
side.
want y'all to keep somebody in your Rolodex.
Keep somebody in your Rolodex. Absolutely. Kids, no kids, whatever. Keep somebody on the side. Even if it's just a friend to vent to. It don't have to be something romantic, intimate. Y'all have to be sleeping together, doing all the things. But keep you a male friend around. It's nothing wrong with that.
So how many do you have around?
That's not the end of it.
Oh,
I'm not
very
married.
much.
I'm not married, so it doesn't matter. Keep a friend.
That's very much it there.
There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Is if you find you a little friend, listen, I learned that's the best way to keep a relationship going. You will be surprised at how many.
The best way to keep a relationship going.
Yes, because they have an outlet. That's the only way to appreciate. Sometimes it's the only way for men to appreciate what they have at home is to have something on the side. Tell me I'm lying.
We'll have to dive into that.
Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. In that perfect way.
Yes, we definitely have to be known about it in the comments. I definitely have to say something about it.
Y'all let me know, because I want to know.
Because we're going to say that for the next episode.
I'm my father's daughter, so trust me, I know all about it. So you don't cheat?
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that note, guys, that wraps up episode 1 on the Love
Like
and Lessons podcast.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, comment on Brittany. Because baby,
It's alive. I'm in the world.
I'm here in the street.